Hey, 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 Your Deep Clean Diva here. Happy Monday. I hope everybody is feeling well. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I hope you made some shmoney over the weekend, of course. But more importantly, you're in good health and in a good state of mind. So today we're going to be talking about team building. Team building. The importance of this topic is really critical to the longevity and the success of your cleaning business. I've noticed that a lot of times when we first start out our businesses, we always put a heavy emphasis on the bells and whistles of the business. We have this shiny object syndrome that we look towards the business cards, the t-shirts, the logos, the websites, just all the things that are part of the presentation of the business. And yes, those things do matter, right? Very much so, they matter. However, there's another component of the business that's even more critical than the bells and whistles of your business. Okay. And that's called team building. Team building. Somebody say it. Team building. Right. So team building is literally the foundation of your business. It's literally going to determine the longevity and the success of your business. It's going to help to determine how much you're able to do in business, the capacity level that you're able to take on in business, right? So initially, when I first started my cleaning business, I wasn't thinking about building a team because it was just about what I wanted to do. It was just about what I needed. It was just about what I saw myself serving, being able to give the community through my service. I did not factor in the growth. I did not factor in the days off. I did not factor in all of those things because it just was like the furthest from my mind, right? So as I began to grow my cleaning business, and as I began to take on new clients and just really become busy, booked, and blessed, I realized, hey, I need a break. I can't do all of this by myself, right? I'm trying to build a website. I'm trying to do research for the best products to use, the best, just all these things that I'm trying to figure out. I'm literally the mastermind behind it all while simultaneously executing it all and still facilitating the cleanings, right? So that was a lot. That was a lot. And at some point, I started to realize, hey, I need a team, right? I need a team. I cannot do this all on my own. And as a matter of fact, it's not a lot of fun trying to do it all on your own, right? It's very stressful. It's very intense. You get no break. And you're just not really able to be present in the moment with your clients. You're not able to be present in the moment with your family. You're not able to be present in the moment with your life, right? Literally, I found myself in a position where my birthday was coming up, but because I was so invested in my business, I literally almost forgot to make plans for my birthday. I literally almost forgot to buy my birthday outfit, right? So, these are the sacrifices that we make when we're trying to do everything on our own, okay? And we're not delegating, right? Yes, of course, there's always going to be a sacrifice, but how much are you willing to pay? How much are you willing to compromise, right? So in the case where you have small children, is your children going to have to pay the price of you building this business, right? Or are we going to wise up and learn how to delegate, right? So that our family doesn't have to become the sacrifice, right, to building our success, right? So this is why it's so important to, when we're building the infrastructure of our business, really put a heavy emphasis on the foundation of your business, which is your team, right? You need a team. right? And I always advocate you need a therapist on your team as well. Right? You need a therapist on your team as well. Somebody just to, vent to about personal stuff, about business stuff. Somebody that you can go to talk and just talk it out and then get back to business, right? So it's always great to have that healthy outlet, especially in this type of industry where we don't really find too many people like us with the cleaning business, right? It's very, very rare. It's not very common that, people have cleaning businesses. We see people have barbershops. We see people have restaurants. We see people have, all kinds of businesses, junk removal. But cleaning list is like the furthest thing from a lot of people's mind, myself included, right? So, luckily for us, we stumbled across, this diamond, in the rough, and we discovered that this thing is very lucrative. There's something here. There's something special here, right? And by the way, I actually enjoy what I'm doing, right? So we want to keep that momentum of enjoying what we're doing. And how do we ensure that? By having a team, right? And so when you're going to look for a team, you have to think about all the departments of your business, okay? You need to consider all the departments of your business, right? And so in this industry, it's very common where a lot of cleaning business owners share and discuss the big missing of staff. They're having hiring issues. They're having staffing issues, right? And so those are one of the primary departments that you need to hire for. Okay. I would highly encourage that you start to look for start doing some research on hiring a temp agency, right? Do you want a temp agency or do you want a recruiter, right? And you also need a virtual assistant. That's very important. A virtual assistant is going to be your backing to a lot of things that you need to do, but maybe you're not in the office to get it done, or maybe it's your day off. Just really learn the power of delegating. It's so important to learn the power of delegating. Okay. So are you going to have a customer service team, right? That's very important as well. Or are you going to respond to all the inquiries and all the chats and all the text messages, right? So consider all these things. Visualize the bigger picture of your business. And it's really going to help you to establish a clear view as to who are the key components of your staff, who are the type of people that you need to hire. Okay. And then as you break that down into different departments, the next thing that you're going to do is understand what is the scope of their work. Right. So as I mentioned before, I was heavy on being owner operator. Right. And so because I was doing everything, I have a full and complete understanding of what I need for those specific roles. Okay. So while I was having my website to be built, I had a full and complete understanding on what I wanted the website to look like, right? So as part of delegating, you also need to understand what you need, right? So that when you're hiring someone, you know exactly what to relay to them and you know exactly the results that you're looking for, right? So you might be in a position where you're focused on building your network and getting contracts and, and getting more clients, right? Right now is a perfect time for you to also take that same time and that same energy to really think about the bigger picture of your business, right? Because as you continue to grow and get more clients, guess what? You lose out time, right? So now you're wrestling with time and you don't have the time to actually sit down and think it through about, you need help, but you don't know what type of help. You don't know exactly what you need help with, or you don't know who can help you with, right? So during this season where you're still trying to get your business off the ground and you're still trying to get more clients, this is the perfect time to focus on the foundation of the business, and that is building your team. Think about all the things that you need in your business, the things that you're doing now. Think about how you can delegate them, right? And think about the skill sets that you need the person to have. So important. Think about the skill set that you need the person to have so that when you're hiring the right person for the job, right? And so when we do some research on exactly what we need, the role the person needs to play, and the skill set, we are increasing our chances of longer longevity, right? We're increasing our chances of longevity, right? So we don't want to have a high turnover in our business, right? People work 1 week, go on the next week. People work 1 month, go on the next month. We want to ensure longevity of staff in our business, right? And so how do we do that? We do that by learning how to be clear and concise on who the type of people is that we need and the proper skill set that they need to have for the job. Okay. I know a lot of times we like to hire our family and our friends because we see potential in them, or we just want to give them a shot, or maybe it's a great opportunity for us to save some money. But chances are the longevity of that onboarding is not going to be there, right? Because it's not enough for us to see the potential in someone. They also need to have the skill set, right? They need to have the fundamentals of why these things are important and how it's going to benefit the business. If they don't understand the very principles of it, then, chances are they're going to neglect certain tasks that are very important and are very vital for the growth of your business and the longevity of your business. Okay. Do you need social media marketing? Right? Or are you going to continue to do that on your own? So as you're picking up more clients, is this something that you're going to be able to commit to long term? Or do you need to hire someone who has the skill set to do it? Right? So many ways to find these people as a starter company. Right? And it's just a matter of creating unique opportunities. Okay, creating unique opportunities. All right. One example of creating a unique opportunity for someone that you might need on your team is internships. A lot of times people overlook internships, right? The federal government gives colleges funds to students to give them internships. So are you building relationships with your local colleges and universities for internships, right? Young people are very savvy with social media, okay? It might be a cheaper route to hire a young intern that already has developed the skills and also is pursuing a career in that major, right? Versus hiring a social media marketing agency firm that you might not have the capital to do so, right? So think of ways to create unique opportunities, okay? You don't have to break the bank, okay? It's just a matter of brainstorming. And I always encourage, people when you have a business, a cleaning business, whatever kind of business, always take a day off for yourself. Yes, you might have a weekend off, but that's for your friends and your family, right? But you need to take a day off for yourself. And in particular, for me, my days off is Monday. That's how I'm able to delegate an hour of my time to you guys. Because the rest of the day is for me and my business and brainstorming or doing whatever, check up on things and measuring results, checking in, just whatever I need to do. But to always take a day off for yourself. And that's like an office day, right? Where you're able to just really sit down and focus on your business, right? Because if you're always on the move, you're always on the go, and you're always, on your grind and your hustle, how much time do you actually have to sit down and think and brainstorm, right? We're very creative, right? We're very creative. You have to trust in your genius. But before you can trust in your genius, you have to give your genius some time, right? You got to sit with your genius, right? So I encourage you guys to do that, right? So that's pretty much it. Just really put a lot of energy in building your team. Your team is as important as anything else in your business. It's critical. It's vital in your business. Like I said, it's going to determine the success and, the longevity of your business. Okay. The last thing you want is to have an abundance of clients and it's only you. Right? The last thing you want to have is an abundance of clients and it's only you. And you're trying to catch everybody and serve everybody. It's impossible, right? And the whole idea of having a business is the wonderful opportunity to create jobs for the community, right? That's the purpose of having a business. Should be the primary purpose of having a business, is to create jobs for the community. Okay. So having a business is not always about how much money you can earn and what you can do with it. So if we're thinking on that level, then we're not thinking as business owners and we're not thinking as executives. We're thinking as entrepreneurs. And there's a difference, right? So there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a business owner. Business is about creating opportunities, creating jobs for others. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up here. I thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know how to reach me. But we are here, as far as I know, Monday for sure, Wednesday, Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And you can always check us out. Check us out on the replays. Always also check us out on Facebook. We have a community there and we have an Instagram page as well. I hope that you enjoyed this topic. I hope that it really motivated you to start thinking about, the bigger picture of your business. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to me, Your Deep Clean Diva, on Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope that you have an amazing